Top 5 Rumors That Nearly Destroyed Companies. It is astounding how rapidly gossip can spread in this day and age of online media. However, don't be tricked into speculation. Metropolitan legends are another wonder. Informal exchange has consistently been a viable apparatus in flaring the flames of debate. A succulent story consistently finds a group of people, frequently with appalling impacts. Here are a rundown of gossipy tidbits that almost pulverized organizations' notorieties. Number 1. Taco Bell mixes its beef with the family pets. Who doesn't adore Taco Bell? Truly, you're out late. You get hit by the munchies and afterwards you see it, a sparkling chime signal beaming not too far off. Taco Bell has been around since 1962, yet in 2011 gossip started that almost pushed this inexpensive food Goliath to the edge of total collapse. It is accepted the gossip began on account of Taco Bell itself, subsequent to delivering an explanation that their meat was 88% hamburger. In January of 2011, a legal claim was brought against the organization expressing bogus promotion. They asserted that calling their item hamburger was misdirecting as they utilized a meat blend and that it was 65% added substances, additives and folios. Taco Bell terminated that keeping up their item was 88% hamburger and 12% mystery formula. The story may have kicked the bucket there, skimming in the abyss of trivial claims had the Weekly World News not run a humorous article with respect to the entire trial. In the article they professed to have researched and found Taco Bell was bringing in feline and canine meat in from China. The cafe delivered its fixings to General Society and the FDA affirmed that it comprised of hamburger, water, Mexican flavors and different flavors, every one of them FIDO-free. The law office who had recorded the suit dropped quicker than Taco Bell could present a Crunchwrap Supreme, leaving its fans, indeed, safe to make a run for the fringe. Number 2. Snapple and the KKK. During the 90s, Snapple gotten itself the focal point of a couple of gossipy tidbits. The primary I recall well as I was in secondary school, and it was such gossip that prospers in high school. The gossip included Snapple bottles and certain pieces of the male life system stalling out. While I can't validate the legitimacy of these gossipy tidbits, nor would I be able to talk on the cause of them, I can discuss another gossip that happened to this delicious drink organization. Everything began when Snapple delivered its iced tea line highlighting a depiction of the Boston Tea Party that remembered a ship for a harbor. Sufficiently innocuous, or so the organization initially thought, until that is, somebody concluded that transport in the harbor was portraying scenes of subjection. Snapple bounced on it and started changing the pictures as to not affront anybody, yet it was past the point of no return. Word was out and people in general was determined to raise a ruckus. You see, there was a K on each Snapple bottle, and since they were gladly showing slave ships, there was just a single thing that K could mean. Snapple was clearly in cahoots with Ku Klux Klan. Snapple originators, Hyman Golden, Leonard Marsh, and Arnold Greenberg, went on MTV and attempted to scatter the gossipy tidbits expressing, "By what method can 3 Jewish young men from Brooklyn uphold the Klan?" They added the words Boston Tea Party to their names, and the words "By what method can 3 Jewish young men from Brooklyn uphold the Klan?" to the K, an image that can be found on various items to show that an item is kosher. Nobody truly knows where these accounts discovered their route, however, because of some fast reasoning, Snapple figured out how to skip back, and we are as yet honored with their magnificent organic product delicious goodness today. Number 3. Syringes in Pepsi. In June of 1993, stories started to flood the papers with respect to needle-loaded jars of Pepsi. The previously emerged from Tacoma, Washington on June 9 following a 82-year elderly person asserted he glimpsed inside his jar of Diet Pepsi to check whether there was a prize. More reports followed, more than 50 altogether, all dispersed all through the nation. Most guaranteed they discovered needles, yet there were reports of slugs, screws and medication stuff. Item altering was immediately precluded by the FDA. What they found rather was the gossip, joined with individuals wanting to make a fast buck to Pepsi's detriment, had gotten the entire thing underway. It was accepted that Pepsi Company would have no real option except to pay out money to shield individuals from prosecuting them. What the eventual extortionists didn't understand was that, beside the situation in Tacoma, all the episodes had just been refuted. In the end, nearly 20 individuals were captured, and most the others pulled out their cases. Pepsi dispatched a mission consoling clients their items were protected and carried the press into the plants to show that it would be for all intents and purposes difficult to put objects into jars during the packaging cycle. Shouldn't something be said about that first case? There were a couple of unsolved secrets, similar to the way that the needle was bowed in a manner proposing it originated from an insulin client, as they frequently dispose of needles likewise, yet neither the man nor his significant other utilized insulin. To additional add to the disarray, the container of pop the needle was found in was Diet Pepsi. Nonetheless, the case it began from was ordinary Pepsi, making this one a head-scratcher for the ages. Number 4. Glass in Girl Scout cookies. Okay, those cute young lady scouts remaining outside of Walmart hawking those addictive culinary treats. I have expected various occasions those treats may be bound with something, yet nothing evil. In 1985 an episode of glass being found in these flavorful joys hit the papers, and afterward one more and again. After a short time it was a scheme similar to that of Pepsi. Individuals were guaranteeing they were cut in the wake of gnawing a treat, or they opened their containers and found an unexpected needle inside. The FBI was called, and the extraordinary treat review started. However, strangely the embarrassment didn't hit the Girl Scout Association as awful as some anticipated. It would appear individuals needed their treats and they couldn't have cared less about the narratives. It was anticipated the association would lose over $1 million in deals, yet the genuine misfortune was nearer to $300,000. No example of altering was ever found, and it was accepted the episodes were tricks or individuals looking for consideration. The Girl Scouts changed their crate configuration to forestall altering and everything was the same old thing. Or then again, right? Number 5. KFC chickens are genetically engineered so as to set aside cash and increment the size of their chickens. Kentucky Fried Chicken started hereditarily investigating their domesticated animals. They siphoned them brimming with hormones and changed them to have no mouths, or plumes, and to develop various wings. At any rate, that was the story advancing around the web. The talk developed quick, spreading across message sheets and online journals, presumably in light of the fact that it had clout, referring to an investigation by the University of New Hampshire. The thing is, the University of New Hampshire never composed that review, and the message board presents all appeared on target back to a couple of explicit tech organizations in China. KFC documented a claim against the organizations for defamation and won. They additionally sent an official statement to illuminate the public that they, truth be told, utilized providers that we as a whole know, for example, Pilgrim's Pride and Tyson's. The University of New Hampshire additionally delivered an explanation denying any association with the supposed investigation, and KFC was ready for action.